Welcome to the Get Invested podcast, where we share great conversations with experts from all walks of life to uncover their secret know-how on where they invest their time, their skills and their money, and the benefits that this has created. You see, the truth is that everyone invests. Every minute of every day, we're investing our time, our skills, our energy and our money in something. Some of us are investing consciously, some unconsciously, sometimes for good, sometimes for bad, sometimes for no impact. Get Invested will help you to start living by design, not by default. I'm going to help you to make it happen, not let it happen. You'll hear the top tips on how you can live with conscious intent so that you can live more, work less, and leave a living legacy by investing now. Listen to the show to discover the top tips on how to get started, make the most of your investment journey, and ultimately to be living your dream, not someone else's. More episodes can be found on iTunes or at bushymartin.com.au/get invested. Thanks for listening, and now, let's get invested.
Hi Freedom Fighters. In a recent special mini episode, we looked at reconnecting with your big why, getting clear on your core values and your vision of your ideal lifestyle. Having a crystal clear picture on where you want to end up, and it's critical as both a magnifying magnet and a clarifying compass that'll help you to make every daily decision based on whether it is taking you closer to or further away from where you want to be, and how you want to live your life both now and in the long term. But it also helps deflect distractions and the temptations of the next new shiny bright thing that comes across your path. Without this clarity around your overarching why and the passion of your purpose, all of your usual one day New Year's resolutions will continue to wither on the vine days after you've thought about them. Nothing sustains without a big and meaningful enough purpose. So how can you do something that's simple, easy and achievable that you can action every day that will help you to enjoy life to the fullest now and in the future without being too arduous, complex and long-winded? To create daily happy habits that become rich rituals so you can achieve and enjoy your ideal lifestyle. So to help you with this, today's special Bush Banter mini-sode will take you through the simple process that has worked so well for my wife Sonia and I. As we discussed in the last special mini-sode, the quickest and easiest way to capture both your core values, which are just the things that are really important to you, and your ideal lifestyle is to create a crystal clear picture of your perfect day. And this perfect picture needs to be in vivid colour, full of sights, sounds, tastes and smells, so that it engages all of your senses and engages strong feelings and emotions, so that you are compelled and attracted to make it happen, like a moth to a lamp. This is not just something that remains as a furry image in the back of your head, but it's something that's written down and recorded. You can do this by writing down your perfect day, like a living, breathing, blow-by-blow diary of your perfect day, and or you can record it under voice memos on your phone, and or create a picture storyboard of images that bring your ideal day to life. You now have something to aim for, something to keep you on track, and something to monitor and measure your progress against. And it encompasses all of what we call the 3 purpose P's. That's personal, professional, and passive. That's your personal needs, your professional goals, all fueled by your passive income investment requirements that will satisfy them. And how do we make this easily doable and achievable then? Well, we start by working out your 4 simple freedom numbers. That's your lifestyle income, your nest egg number, your break-free timeline, which all help to give you your freedom number. So starting with your lifestyle income, you just need to monetize your perfect life, and this is much easier than you think. It's simply a matter of working out how much your ideal life costs per year. Now, this helps to answer the age-old question of how much is enough, and it avoids the endless chasing of money for money's sake that plagues many high achievers and often ends up killing them prematurely. Once you've invested enough to create the passive income required to fund your ideal lifestyle, the job's done. The game's over. Mission accomplished. So, as a rough guide and a starting point, I've done a lot of research on this subject, and a couple needs about $120,000 a year combined to enjoy a comfortable lifestyle that includes ample holidays, travel, recreation and leisure activities, eating out and entertaining, good clothes, a nice home, and a car, and of course, private health insurance. Another way to work out your lifestyle income is just to use 80% of your current combined household income if your current lifestyle is comfortable and enjoyable. Now, I need to stress here that I'm not a financial planner or an accountant, so what I'm talking about here is what's worked for me personally, and it's in no way intended as financial advice. You'll need to verify what suits your specific situation with your accountant and or your financial planner. But for the sake of this example, let's start with a lifestyle income of $120,000 a year. It is then very easy to calculate your nest egg number, the total size and value of income-producing growth assets that you need to secure to fund your lifestyle income long term. What you need to do is times your lifestyle income number by 20, based on a very conservative 5% net return on your income-producing assets. So in this case, $120,000, which is your lifestyle income, times 20 equals $2.4 million in income-producing assets that are required. So, in this case, our nest egg number is 2.4 mil. We then need to identify our break-free timeline. In other words, how many years before we want to be in a position when we don't have to work anymore. Now, notice that I said don't have to work anymore rather than retire, because the stats on life after retirement, e.g. when you totally stop work, are really scary. I heard a stat quoted once that something like 3 out of 5 men are dead within 5 years of stopping work. So I don't know about you, but I'm going to be in a position where I don't have to work, but can choose to work when it suits me. I love what I'm doing and get a lot of satisfaction out of helping others achieve their goals, so I'll never stop doing it. I will just do less of it and educate and train our know-how team to do more of the delivery. I aim to be the Bush version of Buffett, who is still enjoying work at the tender age of 88. But I digress. If you are just starting out on your passive investment journey, you need to be considering an absolute minimum break-free timeline of 10 years and preferably 20. You see, my research on sustainable long-term success in any area of endeavour keeps demonstrating that you need a minimum of 15 years to achieve it. So for the sake of this exercise, let's use 20 years as the break-free timeline. Now we have a lifestyle income of $120,000 a year, a nest egg number of 2.4 million, and a break-free timeline of 20 years. So if you were starting from scratch, this means that your freedom number today is 745,000, which equates to 2 investment properties. This simply means that right now, your freedom number will be 745 or 2 properties. You just need to secure 745,000 worth of high-growth income-producing assets in the short term to give you an ongoing passive lifestyle income for life of $120,000 a year from a nest egg of 2.4 million in your break-free timeline in 20 years' time. So, if you want to help in determining your freedom numbers so that you have absolute clarity and comfort on where you're heading, just send our know-how team an email at hello@khgroup.com.au, that's HELLO @khgroup.com.au, and we'll help you work yours out. Now that we've completed our perfect day diary and or vision board and our freedom numbers, we can enjoy the peace of mind that flows from knowing our direction and where we're heading and what we need to achieve to enjoy our lives on purpose. That also satisfies our 3 Ps. That is, the passive investment freedom number that fuels the freedom of our personal and professional needs, wants, desires, and goals. Now all we need to do is break down our long-term lifestyle vision into annual goals that then break down into weekly goals and daily actions that will all combine to help us achieve our ideal lifestyle day by day. This is like eating the elephant in bite-sized mouthfuls, slowly, easily, and very achievably without suffering indigestion. Now remember that if you just achieve and improve something by 1% per day, you will have improved by 356% in a year's time. This is the magic of compounding returns, which relies on giving yourself daily doses of TLC. Now TLC in this reference is another form of giving yourself plenty of tender loving care in the form of combining time, leverage, and compounding growth. That's the TLC, which will achieve great things. It's what Albert Einstein coined as the eighth wonder of the world. This is about creating easy-to-do daily happy habits that take you painlessly and progressively towards your ideal lifestyle goals. You'll be amazed at how much this almost invisibly transforms your life. You won't see the incremental improvements, but over time the results are absolutely massive. So this is how we achieve our ideal lifestyle on a daily basis. Every year, we just work out our top 3 goals across the personal, professional, and passive investment spheres. For example, my top three goals for last year, revolving around my unifying theme of from one to many, were 1. Perform my first singing and piano playing performance on the personal front, to publish my book, The Freedom Formula, and start this Get Invested podcast professionally, and obtain subdivision and redevelopment approval for one of our passive investment properties. Now, don't forget to have a clear goal in your passive investment sphere, as this will ultimately fuel and fund your personal and professional freedom needs long term. If you are just starting out, this may just mean that you intend to save $12,000 over the next year by simply refinancing your home loan and reducing your repayment cost by $1,000 a month, which we achieve easily for a lot of our clients currently. You can then accumulate these savings in an offset account via what we call the automatic money management system, together with a saver system, which I've actually detailed quite a bit in my book, The Freedom Formula, that goes towards investing in property, shares, index funds, managed funds, or other high-interest savings vehicles that suit your appetite. All you need to do then is make sure that every day you are doing just 3 things that will help achieve these annual goals. So, at the very beginning or very end of each day, just spend 5 quick minutes, take out your goals page, and just write down what your 3 actions for the day and how you went against yesterday's have gone. You can put this in the Notes app of your phone, or there are quite a few apps that you can get that will help you with that. For example, to achieve my goal of doing my first singing and piano performance this year, I dedicated a half an hour a day for the last year to playing piano and singing. Now, this happy habit made achieving the goal really easy, as I just chipped away at it little by little every day. Now, for additional personal accountability, so that you do what you say you're going to do, every week at our team meeting, we all go around the table and we confirm how we went achieving the 3 actions we declared last week, and what are the 3 things we're going to do next week. You could also do this by mentioning them to your partner, or sticking your 3 things on the fridge, and then discussing them over breakfast or dinner once a week. Then, at the end of the year, and every 3 months if you're serious about it, you can review how you went against your goals. What worked, what didn't, what changed in your internal needs and external conditions, what was successful, what have you learnt from it all, what needs to change to keep you on track, and what will be your 3 Ps purpose goals for next year. For example, my personal and professional goals were achieved and exceeded with my piano performance at Adelaide Airport and the strong support for my book, The Freedom Formula, and this Get Invested podcast. But industry changes have delayed commencement of our subdivision redevelopment, so we need to alter our plan of attack on that one. Also, make sure you celebrate your wins so that you're rewarding yourself for achieving your goals. Something you really enjoy, and it makes it all worth it. It's about enjoying the journey, not just waiting for the prize. For example, following the success of my book and this podcast, we celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary by enjoying a holiday in Europe. But it doesn't need to be that fancy. A night out at the movies, going to a good live concert, a romantic dinner date night with your partner, whatever floats your boat to celebrate your success. So, in the spirit of open accountability, Here are my top 3P purpose goals to achieve by this time next year. Firstly, on the personal front, I will be at my ideal weight of 85 kilograms, and I'll do this by eating more healthily and exercising every day. Secondly, on the professional front, I'll publish my second book, Get Invested, and create and deliver our Do You Want to Live More or Less webinar series. And finally, on the passive investment front, as we are approaching the accelerate and amalgamate phase of our Wealth by Stealth strategy, we'll meet with our accountant and financial planner to complete our capital growth assets to cash flow conversion transition plan. And on the fourth purpose P, which is the giving back and helping others philanthropy front, we're going to give 1 million days of clean drinking water to those in desperate need in Ethiopia through the Well Wishers Group. And we'll do this by donating a day for every dollar we save you, your family, friends and work colleagues by refinancing your home loan. You may not know that most home loaners are paying somewhere between $400 to $1,000 a month too much on their home loan. So with your help, we will achieve this massive save a dollar to save a life goal. So your perfect life starts with your picture of your perfect day, which is achieved progressively by the power of 3. 3 yearly goals that break into 3 weekly goals that are achieved by 3 daily actions. Now, when you say it like this, it all sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? That's because it is. It's just that very few people get around to doing any of this because they don't make or take the time. Or they may start and then quickly run out of puff when the everyday urgencies of life get in the way. As the old Confucius saying goes, if you want to be, do. It doesn't get any simpler than this. So believe me when I say that this is what makes the difference between those that make their life happen and those that let life happen to them. It's what differentiates the hopers from the haves. So here's where I'm going to challenge you. Find an afternoon, that's all you need, to do and record your perfect day, and then set up your top 3 personal, professional and passive investment goals for the year that will help you get there. But goals don't mean anything or become real and actionable until you've written them down in terms of doing what, by who, by when, and then you've voiced them to someone else so that you become accountable for achieving them. It's amazing how much more I achieve when I tell someone else what I'm going to do. So this is where we become your accountability partner. Just jump on our Facebook page, which is at Know How to Make It Happen. That's at Know How to Make It Happen. Know How as in KNOWHOW, to make it happen. And post your 3P goals for next year, and you'll receive a free signed copy of my next book, Get Invested, as soon as it's published in 2019. Or, if you're a bit shy, just email me your 3 goals on hello@khgroup.com.au. That's hello@khgroup.com.au. Now, despite all the gloom and doom in the mass media, there's never been a better time to be alive and thrive. So take control of your life. That's just 3 things a day, which is all it takes to transform your life so that you can enjoy the world on your terms, not someone else's. As Jeff Olson says in his great book, The Slight Edge, life is a curved construction, time is the builder, and your choices are the architect. The power is in your hands, and we want to help you to make it happen. Now, in closing, I just want to thank you for taking the time to listen and for all of your ongoing support. So, fellow freedom fighters, I hope this has been a very timely chat on the approach that I know will transform your life. And I look forward to talking to you soon on our next Get Invested podcast. Bye for now.